Saturday morning. It is it's a good day. I slept on my couch last night. I got home, and when I plopped down on my long couch, went right to sleep. And it's not horrible, but do you ever do this? Do you ever sleep on your glasses? Well, actually, that is horrible. When the lens pops out and you bend the little arm that goes across one of your ears. What do you call it? Okay, so I should have waited. Let me go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So this morning, nothing real, nothing real profound, nothing very, I don't know, I think it's kind of exciting, actually. But anyway, the deal is, what I'm going to do this morning is write a thank you note to my friends. Well, my friend and his wife, Dave and Deb. But I'm going to address it to Dave. And I don't know about you, but I've got a box that actually my wife, Kathy, had accumulated just tons of cards. And so I just dug out a couple of cards this morning. Now, this first one here, I'm not sure which one I want to use. This one's a little more, this one's a little flowery. A little too much for me. I could do that. But nope, I don't think I am. I think I'm going to use this one, which is kind of cool. Just a piece of, like that, you know, the paper they use for, oh, what is it? The folks that make all the cool cards. You know what I'm talking about. You're out there. I love it. I love it when I get a card like that. A handmade card. Hey, y'all. Sully, Judy, Chevy, Kay, Zion. Welcome. Okay. So when I get a card like this is just the way I operate like this a lot. But I love to write, and I claim that. And there are periods in my life where I write cards to people, and then somehow it falls between the cracks, and I don't get it done. So anyway, I've got tons of thank you notes that I need to be writing, but I was just trying to think what I would do this morning, and I thought I'd do this. So I've got this card, and for me, I always just like to just do something like just go take it and just write thank you. Maybe here. It doesn't have to be have to be centered. In fact, I would prefer not to center it. And then I always go back and put some little dots or something on there, you know. And then that's all I'm going to do on that. And then I'm going to open it up. And I know we've all done this. And so the big debate, you know, or where do you start, you know? And then you decide what you're going to write, and you get down here to the bottom, and then what I always end up drawing a little arrow up here to the top to finish off, you know. Hopefully that won't happen. Or you can turn it on the back and write back there, but I won't do that either. So I'll just get started. Thank you guys for those of you that pop in. I'm going to put Dave. I always like to put, that's how I do it, but it's just a smidgen. Dave. Hope I don't make it fall completely down. Just like that. So. I always say, well, thanks for humoring me and listening in, but this is something that I need to do, and I thought instead of writing a poem or a scripture this morning, I'd just write a thank you note. So here we go. Let's see. I want to say this, I think I'll say this. Something when you need to, something you need to write to somebody. Good morning, Stephen. Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that about your grandpa. That is, I don't know all the details, but I'm so sorry, and keep him in my prayers. Dave, this thank you note. He's taking me. So I may run out of space at this rate, but a little farther to the edge than I wanted to go. I mean, my goodness, it's just a note. do this however you want. You know, I tend to like printing. I love good cursive writing. My mother had beautiful handwriting, and then my Aunt Dolores, she really had beautiful writing. So I've been thinking of you both. Things going today that I'm looking forward to. I hope you do. Sometimes I like to kind of spread it out to fill up the line, you know, just a little bit. Nothing real fancy about this pen, but and you know, I I was at I got to draw caricatures yesterday at the it's a nuclear power plant in Glen Rose, Texas. They were doing a employee appreciation. Um, anyway, somebody asked just how I had gotten into that, and I stole a line from my friend Neil Asher. And it's true for me too, although it was not exactly like this, but Neil always says that he learned to draw in 4th grade math class, which that's kind of how I did, you know, just all through school. It should have, but I've been thinking of you both with deep gratitude. I think I'll go like this. English teachers, I'm sorry if I'm messing this up. Let's see. Stephen, I said good morning to you. Thank you for being here. You know, you might be on this Saturday morning saying, man, this is just way too sleepy for me. I understand. We've got trains here in town, which I enjoy the train. You've been such steady. Ooh, and sometimes I I'm going to put a little and sign. And such steady. Oh, I think I want to make kind just slightly thicker. Steady and kind. Yesterday was pretty busy for me. It's good to just kind of slow down this morning. I'm gonna go up to anyway, I've got a gig today up near Flower Mound. There you go. There's an apartment house. I think it's a senior living place, and I'm gonna draw some caricatures, and then my cousin. I've got a cousin. Her name's Stacy, and she's gonna drive up and meet me. And we've been talking about this for over a year. I guess this really shows that we're getting older, I guess, but we're gonna leave there and drive up to Tioga, Texas, and we've got my grandparents are buried there, and I don't think she's been there before. I've been there a couple of times through the years, and so we're gonna go up there and walk around that old cemetery, and then probably go have dinner afterwards. So um, I'm looking forward to being with some family. Anyway, I think it should be a good time. Let's see. Exciting time in the cemetery. Oh, I have to get my bearings straight. Let's see. It's over. Whatever I'm writing, obviously I take my time when I'm doing it like this in front of you guys, and I do when I'm by myself. Like if I'm sitting somewhere. Of course, I've kind of written out some things that I'm wanting to say before I started this, but often I don't do that, and then. But I didn't want to do that now, although the way I'm dragging it probably seems like that. But I have to process, and this world doesn't. I mean, I don't want to bellyache about it, but it doesn't leave us a lot of the time for that sometimes. And okay, over the years, I only wish So it's the big. I get to the end of the line. Do I want to just make it, squeeze it in there? Yeah, that's the choice. Add a little more time. I wish I'd had more time with them through the years. I only wish we'd had a little more time. I don't know if I want to say through the years or recently. Man, let's see. I wish we'd had a little more time together. Really, one or two times Dave and I got together. Man, recently. I think I'll say recently. Let's see. I really wish we'd had a little more time together recently. He's the only person. He just kind of pops in, at the right time, and then we've ridden bikes together. And we stop. Always have to stop and get a cup of coffee, recently. That's what we do. We had a really good ride. We stopped by the full cup. On South Main, if you're ever in Weatherford, Texas. This is a great place to hang out. Thank you for... Hey, Stephen. Once again, good morning, and row it. I'm glad you're here too. And Karen, it looks like you're here. Thank you. You. Okay, let's see. Only wish we'd had a little more time together recently. Thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna get together with Stacy. Like I said, up to Tioga today. Recently. Thank you for... So, I hope you guys have stuff going on, or maybe I should hope that you don't have anything on this Saturday morning. Sometimes that's good. I mean, most of the time, a lot of times that's good. I feel tired today. I think it's just the way I slept on the long green couch. Breeze going today. It's nice out. there, and let's see if I can do. Let's see if that makes a difference. Let me know if that makes a difference. I don't know if it's my charger that does that. Okay. Okay. Well, good. Well, yeah, let me know if you hear it again. Okay. It's so good because I can't know this until I go back and listen to the video. Thank you for the back rides, the good conversations. Talking about buzzing and feedback. It just rocks my world sometimes. I so much prefer, like, if I'm playing music, or just get the guitars out and sit around in a room and let the guitar talk, you know. We always have to plug them in. I like to just hear it as it is. Okay, I'm distracting myself. Let's see, for the back rides, the good conversations, and for showing up. And hey, Ryan, thank you. And for anyway, maybe I'll finish that thought. Hold on, let me see. And for showing up. Often. Maybe you've got, I know surely everybody has, you know, that's probably not a good thing to say. I was going to say everybody has friends, you know? I don't know. That's that's something worth talking about, but I gotta finish this. Let's see. And for showing up often at just, you know, well, I'm so sorry about the feedbacky sound if it's still there, and then if that you had to put up with that early on. Maybe it's Miss Lek Blue informed me that it was doing that, so I apologize, and hopefully I can keep. Thank you. Good. I'm glad it hadn't come back. Okay. And we're just showing up often at just the right moment. You got a friend like that just So I did I have more I want to say here, but I think maybe I'm gonna, let's see here, how do I want to do it? I'm gonna do like we've all done. You know, you got these, you know how you get to the bottom and you start writing really little bitty. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I've got a little more I want to say here. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make one of those where you got a little bitty at the bottom. The right moment. Let's see. This thank you note has taken me longer than it should have, but I've been thinking of you both with deep gratitude. And then I meant to mention her both. So what? Let's see. I'll go. No, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't think I'm gonna put her name. You've been such steady and kind friends over the years. I only wish we'd had a little more time together recently. That begs for conversation. Thank you. You may ask me about that. Thank you for the bike rides, the good conversations, and for showing up often. Ooh, let's see. I didn't, all these, you English majors. Often at just the right moment. A lot has changed lately. Visa, please. Well, welcome. Okay. A lot has changed lately. Hi there. I appreciate you being here. A lot. You know, I hate to admit this, but my eyes have just, I used to could just do this a lot more easily. A lot has changed. So, if you don't get anything out of this, maybe it's simply to think of somebody to write a thank you to, thank you note. But I'm doing my best. I appreciate those of you. I appreciate you subscribing. It kind of helps me with this as my channel to grow. my cousin Nancy is on here, I'm not sure if she is, but I need to get with you. You were talking about coming up and had something we were going to do, and we need to be in touch about that because my calendar, I need to get it straight. So text me. I truly hope. Now, in a perfect world, I would have more space at the bottom where I could just put a final departure and then put David. It's not going to be quite that way. But we're going to get it all in here without going up to the top or on the back of the card. I do break all the rules. Remember letter writing in elementary school, you know. Hey, I'm sorry that I don't say your names right, but thank you for that. ABCD. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. We'll cross. Again soon. You know, isn't it typical though? I mean, I've got this sack of letters, you know, that through the years, like back, I don't know, late 70s through the 80s especially, and then yeah, on into the 90s actually. But I've got just a sack of letters that I've received, and that happens so much, you know. We get to the bottom and it gets very small. My Aunt Dolores would not have done that. So I wanted to put, say, I truly hope we'll cross paths again soon. Okay, so I've left myself no room. So I'm going to do that. No, I'm not going to do it. I was thought I'd write it up here at the top, but I don't think I will. I think I'll just, you know, it is what it is, right? And I'm going to go, God bless. Yep. I wish it had been different, but that's how it turned out. God bless, and then just put my name there. David. So, there it is. I tend to start too large. You know, I didn't have to do that, but I just, that's part of the beauty of it. That's part of the fun of it. It kind of turns into a shape in a way. Sometimes I'll write one and do a little, maybe I'll do another one. The next one I'll do sort of a shape, and I'll use the whole. There's no reason we can't use all that space up there. So maybe we'll experiment with that next time. I hope you guys just have a beautiful Saturday morning. And couldn't even possibly know what's on your heart. But I just want you to have a good day. And I know that some people are struggling. You're dealing with some stuff, and you're thinking, I only wish I could have a good day. I'm sorry about that, and I'll keep you in my prayers. And just take one step at a time, one moment at a time. Don't look too far ahead. Hey, Karen, thank you. Thank you for that. I've enjoyed being able to visit with you, and I look forward to getting to do some more of that. All right, you guys, y'all have a great day, and I will. I don't know. I'll probably. This is my first Saturday. Well, I've done Saturday mornings, but I just wanted to try it and see. But I'll probably come on late tonight, sometime between 10:30 and midnight, and do something. But anyway, write a thank you note to somebody, your good friend, somebody you love, somebody you hadn't talked to in a while. I hope you'll do that. Okay, I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.